Anyway, good evening. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday or Thursday night. Oh my God, where am I right now? Hey, we're live right here on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/unjacked for anybody watching this on YouTube later. Tonight, I want to talk about the Path of Exile 3.2 or 3.20 release. I want to talk about the patch notes. I want to talk about what I'm thinking about, like for builds. I also want to talk about what my streaming schedule is going to be. I just announced it on Discord, so I figured I'd do it here too. Excuse me. As a 420 friendly stream, I got a little verklempt, right? I think that's what the word is. Anyway, welcome everybody. If you're out there in like viewer land and you're like, what the heck? This guy plays Play Up, he plays all these other games, right? Well, it's true. I'm a variety streamer. But recently this year, I have decided to share my passion of Path of Exile with my audience. Oh, sorry. I got a little throat tickle there. And since I'm sharing my love of Path of Exile with my audience, I figured, being a little bit more open to what goes on behind the scenes like this. Normally, patch notes is reserved for like me and my guild. And I don't normally do patch notes, but I need to read them anyway. And I figured, hey, we can hang out and kind of go through them. But first things first, I'm excited about this league. I don't know if anybody's watched the league announcement or anything, but I thought it was really great. I thought the supporter packs looked good. I like a lot of the changes that are coming. For those that are saying there's no buffs or certain things got nerfed, I think there's a lot of things that have changed. I think a lot of things are going to need to be played in order to figure out if it feels good or not. So before I rush to judgment, I do want to play because Archnemesis is gone now. We got the old monster system back. I mean, there's so many changes. So anyway, I want to talk about it, but let's go over to let's go over to the browser. Oh, not here. What am I doing? What kind of monster does that? Oh no, not that either. Oh my god, goodness. Good night, everybody. Anyway, so if you don't know, the Forbidden Sanctum, it releases next Friday. So next Friday, not tomorrow, the next one, and I'm gonna league start it. I'm gonna stream it, but I'm planning on streaming it on YouTube. And I kind of want to discuss why. For those that are like, oh, wow, he just likes YouTube, da da da. No, well, yeah, kind of. One, I think this game is beautiful. And I think to stream it at only 1080 is a shame. And I have the ability to stream it in 2K. So on YouTube, I can stream it in 2K. And people actually rewatch streams that they missed on YouTube, unlike on Twitch, which it is what it is, all right? I like that people watch my content. And so that's kind of a big deal. But I'm also humble enough to understand I'm a very tiny, microscopic streamer in the Path of Exile world. Virtually no one knows who I am as a streamer. So with that said, I think I would fare better streaming on my channel on YouTube for discoverability versus hoping I float to the top on Twitch. So I'm going to do the things that I can do to get my stream seen and build the community more. So that's why I'm deciding to do it on YouTube for the majority of the time, but I do want to stream it also on Twitch. So in a lot of cases, there'll be a morning stream on YouTube and then there'll be an evening stream on Twitch, for example. Okay. So I want everybody to understand that these are goals that I want to do. So anyway, there is that. Let me see. Jumping in. So next Friday, and I also want to use this time to repeat what I've said earlier in the other streams. I have 5 open slots to level with. So if there's an audience member that maybe wants to play some PoE with me or have somebody to level with and maybe a little help through the acts or the story itself. Hey, Dorian. All you gotta do is let me know, and and I would love to fill up all those slots. I'd love to do a 6-person level. I don't really care how long it takes us. I'm more interested in that journey than the destination, because I feel like this league is one of those leagues that I'm going to play pretty much every single day for 90 days. And yeah, so I mean, I'm probably going to end up playing 6 or 7 characters maybe. You know, I want to try out different things. I'm really hyped about Curses, Toxic Rain, Bane, and that whole like segment. For some reason, I'm fascinated with a lot of the curse changes that they made. I want to see what effect that'll have. So I plan on going occultist. I think I want to do occultist Toxic Rain. We'll talk about that as we get along, though. Let me see what else we got going on. Oh, let me turn this off too. Hold on, because this is hard to read. There we go. Yeah, I want to make this easy to read. So anyway, can I adjust this just the hair? No. Hold on 1 second. Sure, this one. Yeah, I want to show the chat a little bit. There we go. We'll do that. So yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's go right into the patch notes over here. And there's a lot of changes. I'm not gonna go through necessarily like word for word and read it to you, but I do want to just kind of like point out like the big areas. And I haven't read this in full yet, so this is my opportunity to kind of discuss it while being live as well. And I'm gonna push this entire live stream. I'm gonna push over to my channel over on YouTube tomorrow, and then this will be over there archived as well on the Unjacked archives for anybody that's wondering. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the beginning. This is the same spiel that they do every league. Welcome to a new 3-month league, blah, 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 blah. New features and stuff like that. I'm not going to go through Ruthless. I don't care about Ruthless. I don't care about Hardcore. 1, I'm not good enough to play in those leagues. And 2, I see them kind of as a waste of time. You could argue that with my played up runs too, but I don't know. I just can't. I can admit I'm just not good enough, all right? I'm gonna also increase the font here. Let's get right into it. I apologize for having this a little bit low. Am I in? Hold on 1 second. I didn't do a shout out. I didn't like lunch off or anything. Am I in? I just want to make sure. Okay. I'm not gonna tweet it or anything. I just want to make sure that we're looking all right. Okay. So Ruthless is now in the game. You could have alpha tested it last league, this league 3.19, all the same. So we have a new strength intelligence skill gem. We got Frozen Legion. Spell consumes multiple cooldown uses, summons icy statues. Oh, this is the one that they where you spawn copies of you, and they use your weapon as their damage. So that was a really cool one. I'm not gonna play the video and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of people have already done that. This is just more about like discussing what I think about a lot of the changes here. I think this is awesome. I actually will do a build with this skill for sure. For sure, we will do one. I don't think it'll be League Start. I don't know if I want to jump into that on League Start, but it certainly looks pretty cool. Can't be triggered though. So it can't be triggered, cannot be supported by Spell Echo, so you can't get it twice. Can't get Unleash. You can't use it with totems, traps, mines. So this is gonna be a self cast. Oh, it's pretty dope. I think that's gonna be all right. I like that. We got another one, Volcano Fisher. This is the one that's a slam skill. So you slam the ground and the little line and blows up. All that fire damage. Anyway, super good. I really like that. I like Tectonic Slam. So on a Chieftain, like a Tectonic Slam is so like, I don't know, it just makes my soul feel good. I think this one also gets a play this league. I'm not sure like which. I mean, maybe a Chieftain. Maybe we do that. A Chieftain, like, I don't know. That would be pretty cool. Maybe we do some like strength stacking, or I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't really play that side of the tree much. Like, I don't play like the bottom as much. Like, I usually play like a witch or Shadow, or like I've played them all, but like I always lean on that. Yo, what's up, Saucy? How you doing, man? Yeah, because this news just came out, so I wanted to discuss a lot of the changes, and I haven't read this yet. So I figured, well, if I got to read it, I can just read it for other people too. If they want to hang out, so that's what we're up to. Anyway, good to see you, man. Hope you're well. So yeah, I'm actually very excited about these new skill gems. I definitely feel like we're gonna play both of those, and very well maybe we we're probably gonna have to level a Marauder, and then we'll just respec that class into like either or. See what like it. Frozen Legion could be really good on something like Berserker. That could be really good depending. I don't know what changes we have. I did Control F this. There's no changes to Delve or to Blight, so that's safe farming for us. And we'll be doing a lot of Blight going into the league start, of course. You guys know I'm a Blight maniac. I love Blight so much. All right, jumping in. Volcanic Fisher. We already discussed that. We got Cursed Ground, so that looks kind of interesting. I'm looking forward to playing with that. I don't really have much to say with it at this point, but I am looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Hex Bloom looks pretty awesome as well. We'll find a way to get that. Yo, what's up, Pigeons? How you doing? How are you? Good to see you. I'm going through. So, Path of Exile had a large announcement today, and I'm just gonna go through it for those people that are into Path of Exile. So you guys are just coming in at the right time. Val skills. Melee got a huge buff, and my youngest son loves Flicker Strike. So when he saw that there was a Val Flicker Strike, his face lit right up. So he's really excited. We got a lot of people in the guild that are going to be playing. I'm very excited for this. I hope you guys are too. We also get a new currency item, Fracturing Orb. We'll be able to get those from Harbinger. That's gonna be really cool. That just locks in one of the affixes to something you're crafting. Very, very juicy. I think that's gonna be a very interesting farming aspect. Along with the orb, you get the fracturing shards. Tomato, tomato. We get 15 new unique items, right? And some were designed right here in the community, which is very, very cool. I love that. My first time missing an announcement reveal since I started playing. I feel ashamed. It's all right. I watched it twice. Once by myself, and then I waited for everybody to get home, and then we watched it again together. So if it makes you feel better, I watched it twice. You can use one of those and count it, all right? You take one, I'll take one. How does that work? Does it look promising? Yes, I actually think it does. I would expect me to be playing and streaming it all 3 months. It looks that good. I am so ready to play. I wish they would load the servers right now. All right, thank you for that question. We're getting 10 new divination cards, 5 of which designed by our supporters, and 5 designed by the winners of the boss kill events from before. One of those, and if you saw that, if you follow Path of Exile GGG on Twitter, or Bex rather, she posted the div card. It's a 12 stack. And you get 7 divine orbs. I think they have made divine orbs to be very accessible this league. It's next Friday. Next Friday is the launch. Yeah, it's on the 9th of December. I usually don't do patch notes because I feel like there's plenty of other streamers that do patch notes. So it's like why bother? But I need to read this anyway, and there's gonna be a lot of questions from my Discord, from my audience, and we might as well just talk about them now. So if there's anything you guys want to discuss, please bring them up, and as we go through patch notes, I will answer. Ver, what's going on? Look at you giving drops for PoE. Am I? I don't think I am. Wait, am I? Wait, is that true? Am I getting drops? Wait, Ver, is that true? Are you serious? Oh, hold on. I gotta change my title then. I didn't know. I did not know. Okay, hold on. Drops. Okay. Okay, we got it. I changed the. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me know. I logged in and saw it. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Oh yeah, 40 minutes to get some wings from you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those wings look sick, dude. They do. They look good. Oh, we'll get to the supporter packs. Supporter packs look phenomenal, man. It's gonna take everything I have not to like go broke, man. Going out, watch, dude. 3.20 looks so juicy. Anyway, come on in if you guys are just settling in. I'm excited for a lot of these changes. We're still going through, so buckle in. We just started. All right, so let's jump in. Added 2 new Atlas memories themed around domination and bestiary, and they show this off in the reveal. So if you guys haven't seen that, my advice would go and watch the VOD from Path of Exile on Twitch, so you don't have to watch ads on YouTube. That's my personal, like, if you haven't seen it, like, go watch that for sure, for sure. So a drop an alert, finish my movie. Hey, sounds good. Thank you. Pigeons right back at you, right there, right there. Thank you. I appreciate you giving me that alert too. All right. I think the memories look just so sick, man. I'm like, this gets me excited because it opens up a lot of possibilities. What they did this time is just so crazy good. I mean, I guess we could watch a little bit of it. Have you guys seen? Wait, has anybody seen this? Have you even seen this, Exile? I don't have this up. Hold on one second. Hold on, just give me 1 second, all right? Because I don't know if I have this. Okay, so right here, this guy. Let's pull up their VOD here. I'm gonna dump it onto the monitor real quick. So it was this one right here. Hold on. Okay, let me jump into OBS. All right, so this thing was crazy good. Okay, let me skip to just all I want is the league announcement. We can watch that together, okay? Yo, this is the only guy in the world that's competing against me for full baldness. I love him. Love him. He's a legend. All right, let's unmute this. Let me raise the volume a little bit so everybody can sit back, relax.
Many have met their fate here in the shade of Fell Shrine. So step lightly. But here you are bound by new rules. My rules. Each step with gold to tempt you, a foe to wound you, a curse to spite you. But do not give up, for vast riches await the bold. Pillage this sanctum if you must. And one day you may uncover its secrets.
That's the skill I was talking about. Warriors. That's what I was using. They look even half as good. So we're good. That's the screen. So good. Oh my god, I can't wait. All right, let's truck along real quick. All right, I'm gonna try to like sprinkle some of that content into these patch notes. You know, change it up a little bit instead of just me reading patch notes to you, because you know that only takes you so far. All right, so that sweet ring we had from last league, Landra's Touch, it's in the core drop pool, so it could just happen anywhere. Specifically Blight. A lot of Blight. Okay. Grand and exceptional Eldridge Acres have received new art, so they're more distinguishable. That's cool. I love art. I think that's what I like about this game most. Is the art itself is incredible. I even bought the art book once a long time ago. Okay, and then improved, art effects and all that. So all the good stuff there. All right, Atlas changes. The Atlas changes have been absolutely phenomenal. They took all the boss nodes out and they put them right into the boss fight. So now we don't have to waste Atlas points on things like that. Now we can just go play more of the game, and that's all I ever want to do too. Make me want to download the game again. I'm telling you, I really think that this is going to be a good league. It can be a league if you want it to be. I mean, that's up to you. But like, I'll say this: I have 5 portals after I take mine, and I'm willing to share every single one of them. If you download it and log in, you can play alongside me. I don't mind at all. So I'm not gonna go through like reading like which maps have been added, which ones like. I don't know if it matters. Does it matter? Hold on, let me see. Let me look. Oh, by the way, yeah, any Maven Witness map bosses can drop Awakened Gems, and we can re-roll Awakened Gems in beast crafting. So I think it's gonna bring down prices of Awakened Gems a lot. I know we haven't gotten there yet, but we will. Okay, so added back. I hate Academy. Bazaar I like Bazaar. Burial Chambers is good. Cage is good. Channel is okay. City Square is good. Courthouse is okay. Courtyard's not good. Cove is okay. Estuaria. Goodwoods. No. Graveyard sucks. Haunted Mansion sucks. Iceberg is okay. Oh, here I am reading them all. All right, anyway, you guys look those up. I don't really care. I'm just going to play whatever they put in the game, right? That's what most of us want, right? We just want to play the game. All right, and I agree. 3.19, I think we can all agree, wasn't their best work. That's okay. I think 3.20 is going to be very much the polar opposite. So, buckle up. I think we're going to get in there. One thing, I love the fact... well, hold on. I won't jump ahead. So some of the map bosses you're required to defeat to upgrade your Pantheon have changed as a result of these Atlas changes. So yeah, of course, that's pretty much good. Okay, so the crafting recipes will change. A lot of the divination cards will change because all the maps are changing. So therefore, there you go. All right. So you can go read all these changes. Monster mods and Archnemesis. This is a big one. So everybody's been really complaining for the last few leagues about Archnemesis, me included. Just dying feels super bad, right? And it's easy to go into the just get good forehead, right? It's so easy. So easy. Everybody's doing it. Why not you just do it? Do a forehead, right? Anyway, you get my point. That's what it feels like when you read Reddit. It feels like 50 voices just telling you to get good. But Archnemesis was hard. There's a lot of mods there that made me want to take my computer out, pour gasoline all over it, stuff it with dynamite and blow it up. I didn't. I took it easy. I went and touched grass and I turned off Path of Exile. So here we are. Anyway, Archnemesis monster mods added a bunch to the game. It was very difficult. Their solution was to rip it all out and try to pace back what something very similar to the old system before Archnemesis, which I think is a very good thing. And furthermore, as a point, I'd drive this home. This also reduces the huge monster buffs that Archnemesis brought to the game. Before that, we didn't have to have so much chaos res. We didn't have to run, determination, grace, haste, everything that we needed to defend ourselves. Because Archnemesis was so crazy and so insane, we had no choice. So I think ripping out Archnemesis and putting back the old system is actually a buff to the player because it brings the monsters down. I don't know. Some people will argue with me on that, but I want to play to see what changes that they made and see how they feel. So I'm willing to give it a chance and be open-minded, but I'm not buying supporter packs yet. I'm not buying supporter packs until I know whether it's a league that is good or bad. But I'm telling you right now, it looks good. It's good. All right, so new monsters will just have one tag and one tag only. They'll do one specific, so it won't be like hasted. You have to go look up hasted and it has like 10 other mods underneath it. So I mean, it can have multiple mods, but each mod will only do one thing. So I think that's really good for clarity. I think that's really good. So yeah, we don't have to memorize all these like crazy terms like Deadeye and incendiary and magma barrier and all that. So that's gonna help us out a great deal for speed and being able to clear through content real quick. I think this is great, honestly. And honestly, this is what really the community was asking for since 3.18, and this is why 3.19 failed so hard. I think people were just over the Archnemesis, and had they ripped out Archnemesis for 3.19, I think Lake of Kalandra would have been received. Like even if people are complaining about the lakes and how boring they are, I had a good time. I mean, I realize that's anecdotal, but I honestly think had they taken out Archnemesis and made this change for 3.19, they would not have suffered such anger / wrath from the community. I didn't pigpile onto that negativity. I just, like I said, I went and touched grass, and I said, hey, I'm gonna take some time away. I want to see what they're bringing to the table for 3.20 and come back with a fresh attitude. And that's what we're doing. That's literally what we're doing as a community. Coming back, we're putting a guild together. We're gonna go in and we're gonna beta test this this patch. All right, let's move on. Again, if you guys have any questions, anybody want to just make comments or anything in the chat, I would like to engage with you guys as I read this. I mean, I could read it on my couch by myself, but I do want to do it with you. You don't have to talk to me or anything. I'm just, I'm giving you an option though. All right. That's Archnemesis in a nutshell. I don't think I need to read this word for word. In other words, it's really changing back to the old system, and I'm glad that it is. Eldritch Art Altars. This one's getting a little bit of, I don't know. This one's getting a little bit of topical talks, some TED Talks over there. All right, so they're too rewarding, right? And I'm okay with this because they made a lot of changes to the core loot pool that I think balance this out a little bit. For instance, rusted scarabs can now drop in the loot pool. So with that, I don't maybe need the scarab mod on the altar anymore necessarily. These are just thoughts I'm having. Again, we really need to play this to figure it out. All right, so yeah, they nerfed them. They straight up say we lightly nerfed them to kind of bring them into like what makes sense for them, and it's fine. They were rewarding. I agree with that. But one thing that I like is now the altars will tell you. So here's one right here. Altars no longer offer a choice for basic currency, but instead offer choices for specific currency. For example, instead of seeing altars that say map boss drops 3 basic currency items, you'll now see altars that say things like map boss drops 3 Val orbs. Currency rewards from influence minions no longer drop in stacks larger than 1. And that's probably just to keep the rarity down. So that makes sense. This is interesting because they've removed some reward types, such as duplicate gems, influenced items, unique items, gems, and maps, which is, makes sense. You'll see more basic currency. Next line, some of the more common but low value rewards, such as augments, trans, blacksmiths, arms, all those like ones that you never want to pick up. Yeah, they're removed. So that's cool because it means that there's more room for like Val orbs and Chaos orbs and Exalt orbs and mirrors and probably hopefully lots of mirrors. I want this league to be the one I drop in. That'd be so cool. Literally, I can't wait. I'm gonna call everybody back home and be like, you won't believe what happened. All right. I think this is great. Like, take out the garbage that nobody wants and put something in it that we really want. All right, so instead of choices for scarabs and div cards, the category, they're more specific. So, they're going to tell you that, hey, these cards will reward you with something like unique jewelry. you'll know what you're getting. You won't know the specific items that you're getting, but you will at least know that you're getting something like bing, bing, bing. All right. Specific currency, scarab, div card rewards will be split, so they're exclusive to one altar type. So that means you're not going to get them all on one altar, I think. The rewards that still remain are currency, scarabs, div cards, duplicate. It's currency, unique, scarabs, map, and quantity rarity. So honestly, I think that's great. This is a great change. It streamlines what you're getting. It removes all the garbage. Even if you get less, you're still getting more in a way. So for an example, if you run maps influenced by Eater of the Worlds, you'll see divine orbs from the basic currency reward more than twice as often as before. That's great. For a lot of you, currency frogs out there, you currency whores, it's great, man. We're going to see more currency, it sounds like. We'll see. Again, we need to see if it plays well. I mean, I think anybody that's been around, if you've been around for more than a few leagues, a lot of these changes are pretty bad the first couple weeks. We're beta testing this, so we got to see. That's it. So we won't see much scarabs at the altars, but we'll see scarabs in the port pool. And I think that's probably the most important part. All right, problem. Players currently have an incentive to skip past all regular map monsters and kill the map boss first. Motivation for doing so, the altars offer rewards. We all know that. You just go kill the boss, and then everything else is great. It makes it easy. I'm not going to go through the strat. It's been ruined, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, now they're making a few numerical changes to alter rewards so that choices that affect boss drops or influence monsters drops are more comparably valuable. So they're just trying to balance it out. So that way you don't have to feel obligated to just go through and kill the boss immediately. Eldritch Influence added a huge amount of extra monsters to the map, which we all love. I mean, I love monster density. I'm sure you do too. This is one of the main factors that it makes it harder for players to justify doing Maven witness maps or map content. And that's true. Can we speak on that for a second? I love doing the 10-way fights and everything. I think that the loot pool is there for it. If you got a build that can do it, I really think Maven witness fights are so good, man. But yeah, they're right. I mean, compared to the monster density you get with the Eldritch ones, it's hard to want to do it compared. So I agree. All right, so what's their solution? Let's see. The amount of influence packs spawned by Eldritch influence maps have been reduced. Oh, I hate when they do that. Why not? Why? Why reduce it? Around a third. That's huge. That's 30%. All right. But the chance of influence altars spawning has been increased by about half to somewhat offset this. So more altars, less monsters? Maybe it's not too bad. I don't know. I didn't do a lot of Atlas, or I didn't do a lot of altar farming, so this isn't really my area. I'm more of a Blight and Delve farmer. So I don't know if I can speak to this, of how this might feel. I mean, obviously less monsters, but more rewards, I hope. Not sure. So they will now spawn somewhere between 20 and 60 packs per map. And it still seems kind of juicy. I don't know how many monsters are in each pack, but it's significant. So yeah, we'll see how that one plays out too. All right, while we were working on this, we took the opportunity to change pack spawning behavior from influence so that a given area will only have 3 different types of monster packs. Previously, there were 8 pack types. We saw, what? Oh, honestly, I could care less about that. These monsters die so quick. I don't care. It could have 1 type, unless it's a loot changer. That's the only time you care. Anyway, that one should not change any of the loot in any way, shape, or form, I think. All right, so the Wrath of Cosmos keystone that everybody was taking last league, it's been nerfed. Like it's just been nerfed. So it's whatever the peak was. Yeah, it's no longer that, and I don't think I don't know what it was. Like, they don't give you the number here. I don't know why. Maybe it's below or something. Anyway, so that's good. At least like you don't feel obligated anymore to go to that one specific node. That always feels bad when like it's a cookie cutter item. You're like, ah, well, I got to take Wrath of Cosmos. I mean, if I don't, I'm gonna make less loot. That feels awful. Yo, what's up, Ellie? How you doing? We're looking at patch notes for Path of Exile 3.20. So they just got released earlier. I had to read them anyway, so I was like, yo, let me throw on my Lime time and go read it with everybody. I'm excited. This league start is next Friday. And we are going to get back to streaming PoE on Monday. So anybody that doesn't know, in the Discord, I just posted an announcement on like what my plans are for streaming in December, where I'm going to be streaming, how I'm going to be streaming. And if you want to comment on that, please go into general, tag me, and I'll read it, of course. If you have anything you want to submit. Super excited for this new update. I am too. I think it just looks great. Honestly, it looks fantastic. Does it look better than when I started? Oh, absolutely. I think, I honestly, like, okay, this is the league launch VOD. Here, I'm going to put it in chat. Bookmark this and go watch it after. If this doesn't get you excited, then I don't know what will. But that's where we started with, okay? So that's the link. You can go to Path of Exile on twitch.tv/Path of Exile, and you can watch their last video. You can skip forward the first hour, and then it's like an hour and a half total. So please go over there and check that out if you haven't. It looks stunning, and we're going through patch notes right now. So if you guys just coming in, hi, welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Unjacked. I'm one of the less popular Path of Exile streamers because it's always been a personal passion for me. I've never wanted to stream it because I was afraid that it would make me not love the game more. I took a chance, started streaming it this year. I got some pretty positive like welcomes, and I've been streaming it since. So anyway, welcome in. I do play other games. I do play community-based games a lot, but Path of Exile is my #1 game. I love playing this game. Okay, so let's get back into this. Sorry, everybody, welcome. All right. We have a problem. It shouldn't be necessary to travel to an opposite influence cluster in order to maximize your rewards from one specific influence altar. And I agree with that. So they removed that. They nerfed it a little bit, and that's fine. So that's Wrath of Cosmos. Boom, done. Altar rewards. I think it's gonna be fine. Honestly, with a lot of the things moving into the core loot table, I think we're gonna see a little bit more loot. I hope at least. Dear God, please don't clip this and then play it for me for the next 90 days. Eat your words, Unjack. Please don't do that. Okay, let's get to the Atlas tree. This one is where I'm super excited about. The announcement got me extra hyped when I saw what they did with the Atlas tree. Okay, problem. Currently, Atlas passive tree creates pressure to only run pinnacle boss content when you're spec'd into Atlas passes. That will maximize. So what they're saying is, hey, you spend all these points, you're going in and you're doing just bosses, so you just path to all the pinnacle boss points and you go do all your bosses at once. Then you have to respec into mapping if you just want to do that. And it feels bad having to do that. So here's a solution. All right, there's a few things that they did, and I think the way they came at this was well done. All right, I'm gonna give them the credit for that. Okay. We've removed Atlas passives that increase the amount of rewards from limited content such as Shaper, Elder, Searing, Exarch. So what they did is they took away all the boss nodes, right? So none of the boss nodes will be there. You're not going to path to, all the Maven nodes because you're going to go run Maven all day. Oh no, Ellie clipped it. You're a monster. The real monsters from inside the house. Okay, so anyway, so you don't do this anymore. This is great, right? So they just said, hey, we're gonna take them out. Okay, next one. We want to improve on the concept that the Atlas tree allows players to invest into leagues that they enjoy and have added new clusters to the passive tree for league content that can be blocked through Atlas passive skills. So that's your Heist, that's your Blight, that's your Delve, Legion, all the ones that you can block on the. I don't have POB open right now, so I can't like zip into it real quick, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Existing clusters have also been tweaked with the goal of making them more of an attractive item. And then, so what they did was they took away all the boss nodes, and then they just took all the lines on those things and they like coded it into the hard code of the boss fight. So if you had like 25% more chance to drop an awakened gem on Cyrus or whatever, it's already coded into the fight itself. So that way we can use more of our points to play actual league content we enjoy instead of worrying about like every perk you can possibly get. I like this. I like this a lot. All right, let's move into Jules ailment mitigation. All right. Oh man, that clip is gonna see some time. I have a feeling. All right, Jules ailment mitigation. I actually really got excited about this because they. All right, well I'll talk about it in a minute. Jules have modifiers that provide various forms of ailment, avoidance, or protection. However, because their current values are moderately low, you often need to stack several jewels in order to have adequate protection. And what they're talking about is like, you have 5% chance to avoid bleeding on a jewel. Well, in order to have 100%, you got to get it on flask, you got to find it on gear, you got to find it, you got to find it elsewhere. Well, they showed a picture of the jewel that has like 47% chance to avoid bleeding. So if you had a perfect roll, which I assume would be the like 50 or 60, two jewels with those lines, and you could have complete, bleed immunity and use that flash spot for something else. So that really excites me as far as that goes. I'll be playing that regardless of it's true or not. I have a feeling I shouldn't have said anything. That was my own fault. That's why, I started off on a good note. I smoked it up a little bit. Made sure I was in the zone for this, Sorry, I don't drink wine like Mathel. I smoke joints instead, so line them up. All right. So what they do, so they fix these jewels. We're expanding the pool of mods available on magic and rare jewels. Are making their modifier values more generous. Players have better access to sources of ailment mitigation with less investment. And I think that's what we're all asking for. Like, hey, I don't want to use all of my passive tree points trying to, become ailment immune. Now I can actually maybe path to a couple jewel spots and just take care of that. And I always think that a good like 6 mod rare jewel, if you can land it, is always going to be better than any node that you select, So never be afraid to take jewel spots because you can get a lot. I can't wait to see what the mod pool is. As soon as this updates, like I'm going to go through PoEDB on stream and we'll take a look at exactly what the new mod pool is. Maybe we can like edit our build on the fly, using that information, change some of the items that we need based on moving some of the things that we need, such as ailment and stuff. That I'm excited for this. I really am. Regular jewels, i.e. jewels that are not abyss or cluster jewels, now have mods that provide reduced duration or reduced effect for a wider variety of ailments than before. This jewels now have mods that provide avoidance or various ailments. Sorry, control reading tonight. Yeah, that's terrible. All right. Anyway, this looks really good for all these immunities and stuff like that. I'm excited, but I need to see the pool to see. So here's 5 new ones that have been added. 30 to 35% reduce ignite, chilled, shock, poison, bleed. These look great. 35%, 30 to 35% is really good. So what, 3 jewels with like 33, 34, 35%, and you're 100%, you have 0 reduced. And then you go and get what's the new Fire Song jewel? So if you can get 3 of these at those rates that I told you, put them in your tree, and then put Fire Song into, because we'll get to Fire Song in a minute. But if you put that in, you'd be ailment immune, elemental ailment immune. That'd be wild. That would literally, it's so good. Anyway, jumping ahead. Chance to avoid being ignited, chilled, freeze, shocked, poison, bleeding, stun. Corruption modifiers can no longer roll, so you can't corrupt these jewels anymore, which is good because, man, so many crappy corrupted jewels are out there, and you only buy it because it's, you know, immune to corrupted blood. That sucks. That sucks, honestly. But we still got to deal with corrupted blood. If I could deal with bleed on the jewels and then just get corrupted blood on like a flask or whatever, well, that completely, you know, mitigates both of those. And then you do again what I just said about elemental ailment. The only thing you got to do is deal with poison. Man, I'd like to roll some of these jewels. Maybe get 2 of these on 1 jewel. And like, oh man, this excites me. I'll be honest. This is very, very exciting because the possibilities are out there. All right, chance to avoid being ignited abyss jewel modifiers. Now the values of 31 to 40%, 41 to 50%. So those have been almost double. And that's on all the elemental and stuff. So, I mean, honestly, so you can't get any of these on corruption. And then the specific suffix modifiers are reduced effect. Reduced. And then these are chance to avoid. So you got a little bit of both. Reduced effect and chance to avoid. 2 of these jewels and you could avoid whatever it is that you're, you know, whether it's shock or ignite, poison, bleed. So that's what I would do. Oh man, I'm so excited for what jewels add to the game. This is really going to open up a lot of possibilities. I can't wait to start like theory crafting with you guys and really like going over some of the stuff. I think the possibilities, because of these changes and moving these numbers to the tree like this, I'm excited. That's all I can say. So reduced effect of curses, jewel suffixes, modifiers have the values of 25 to 30%. Look at this. Reduced effect of curses. That's great. I'm always trying to roll like a fat flask with like 60% reduced curse effect. All right. The problem, many unique jewels are not exciting to find. Yeah, I agree. I craft them all with like fossils. There are a few reasons for this. No, it's just because they're just crappy rolls. In most cases, they're simply underpowered or apply to a too narrow window of usage, or both. There are also many corruption-only jewels that don't fulfill a good purpose, and that's what I was just saying earlier. We were hesitant to revisit unique jewels and improve them beyond their initial designs, because many of their themes are somewhat rigid in nature, and they didn't want to remake them. Okay, so anyway, they're gonna redo unique jewel drops. They're making them rare. That's one thing. This means that many of existing unique jewels have been removed from the drop pool. I'm sure that they do talk about which ones. We have to find a list for them though. I'm hoping, this is just a little side talk here, because we're talking about jewels and how rare that they're making these uniques. I honestly think this is a really good opportunity for Blight. Blight has a lot of unique like nodes, pustules, I think they call them, right? Probably the same for Heist. So anybody that's doing any kind of side content with flat drops, so that's Blight, that's your Delve, it's your Heist. I don't think Legion counts in that, but anyway, those 3 at least, go and farm them, because I think unique jewels are going to drop quite a bit from there. I think that's exciting on its own. So just a thought process. If you're starting to think about, hey, what should I go and farm? Yeah, I would start there, to be honest. With that said, there were some unique jewels that were still useful for a subset of players because they had build enabling modifiers or other niche uses. I don't know if it's niche or niche, but I say niche, okay? Like brute force solution or other attribute transformation jewels. Instead of getting rid of these, excuse me, we've made them corruption only unique jewels. That's kind of cool. They can't divine them or anything. I don't know if they need to be divine because I don't use them. We feel this has benefits for both players who want them and players who don't, as generally players who don't want them won't come across them as core drops, and players who do want them can go and pursue them. That's good. At least you can go out there. So some build enabling unique jewels can now be found from more deterministic sources throughout Path of Exile. I assume that's like div cards and all that other stuff. You can craft golem. Yeah. So golem jewels gonna be insane. However, I think Golemancer in itself kind of sucks. I tried doing the stone golem. I don't know. I don't think Golemancer is a good build right now, unless they change some of that stuff, and I haven't gotten that far. But I do like the fact that the jewels themselves can be more deterministically obtained, so that is nice. All right, let's get to the next one. Some other build enabling jewels that affect golems can no longer drop, but can be found from another more deterministic source. So I assume from boss fights, any map that has a golem boss, they can drop the div card to the primordial. I think there's a couple others too. Anyway, you can get them from there. While we want you to discover this new source on your own during gameplay, we'll say for clarity that these jewels not come from vendor recipes. No, they probably come from fighting golem bosses. That's gonna be your excavated maps. Gonna be Peninsula is one of them. What's another one? If you know any, put them in the chat. But there's several golem bosses. I can go look through the maps and tell you which ones have them. But okay, moving on. That one I like. Grotto also is one. All right, these are the specifics. The availability of existing unique jewels have been reviewed, and many, including replica versions, can no longer be obtained. Following existing unique jewels are able to be found as item drops. We have Inspired Learning, so that's still there. Intuitive Leap, Lionized Fall, Might of the Meek, Pure Talent, Under an Unending Hunger, and Unnatural Instinct. All very useful jewels. Everybody uses them, so I'm glad they didn't remove them. Following unique jewels can only be obtained as corruption outcomes. It's gonna be crazy, but more use for our Valorbs. There's that. Hopefully you guys can read these. I don't want to read them all, right? Do I have to? There's a lot of them. All right, so you have to corrupt them in order to get these. Replica Primordial Might and Replica Reckless Defense are the only replica jewels that are able to be obtained. The only replica jewels. Okay, so these are the only, I forgot what replica primordial does. Primordial Might, Harmony, and Eminence are no longer in the core drop pool and are now found from another deterministic source. Yeah, it's gotta be from bosses. It has to be. What else would it be? Interesting. All right, we have 6 new vendor recipes for Dead Reckoning, Endless Misery, Spirit Guards, 3 combat focus unique jewels. That's exciting, actually, because everybody's looking for a Dead Reckoning at League Start, right? And if you could do a quick vendor recipe, it's so good. Ancient Orbs and the Altar of Sacrifice in the Temple of Adsuatl can no longer be used on unique jewels, class, or maps. Wow. Wow. Oof. Oof. Anybody hoping to get into a quick Unnatural Instinct with a few Ancient Orbs? Oof. The bestiary recipe that creates a unique jewel has been changed. Now creates a rare talisman. Why not just create like a Pepe? Like a sad Pepe hands. That's what it should create. Like, who's gonna wear this rare talisman? Why not just delete it? Seriously, nobody's gonna use this. I can't think of one rare talisman that I've ever seen that said, "Oh my god, I should put that on my neck." Oh, this is Chris's sick joke. For anybody that's unaware, every single league, there is always some change, specifically to talisman. And here it is, right here. We're living Chris's joke in the flesh. Hey, by the way, if you're watching us live right now, you're possibly getting some drops, buddy. You're getting those sweet wings. Anybody want to see those sweet wings? Hold on, I'll show you what those sweet wings look like. Hold on, we're gonna take a second, all right, from the patch notes. I need a moment, all right. I'm on my curse spot right here. Let's go see if I can put these wings on. I want to show you what you're eligible for, okay? And that's what we should be doing. So let's go to cosmetics over here. These, all right, is this it? Blood guard wings. Wait, is that what I got? Hold on, is that true? Is that what I got? Blood guard. I feel like that is. Put them on. All right, now let's zoom in and see. Look at this. Are you even looking at these wings right now? Yeah, blood guard. See? Oh my god, look at these. Look at these wings. Oh, I wish I could zoom in harder. I can't though, sadly. This is my curse spot, by the way. I made a video for this. If you're not familiar, I literally made a video for this build. It's on my YouTube channel. I should go watch it. And like it, of course. Please go like it. I do have an Ashes of the Stars. Yeah, I do. I also have this guy too, Jinx Juju. So good. All right. Let's get. Hey, enough of this. All right, let's get back. Patch notes. I think I'm gonna play a little bit. Yo, I'm also thinking about. All right, don't get mad at me for this. All right. But I think I might try to do a Fireburst build during the league. All right. We'll see if we can theory craft it. Like, your wings are better. You better not. Don't even at me, bro. Don't even at me, ma'am. Don't even at me, father. All right, so let's go through next segment. God, these patch notes are actually not that bad. Let's look and see how much more we got. We got a little bit more. Actually, we have a considerable amount. We're gonna. Oh my God, this is way more than I thought. We're gonna try to cruise through this as much as we can. A lot of this can be read. Okay, I'm also gonna link this here in the chat for you. That got weird quickly. It always does. It always does. This is the link to the patch notes. So if you want to read ahead, or you want to see the details, if I'm skimming over something, please feel free to do that. Okay, I want to get through this a little bit quicker though, because I'm not gonna be streaming all night. Actually, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. All right, so specifics. Added labyrinth enchantments for spark, ethereal knives, cause projectiles of fire in a circle. So that's pretty cool. You can actually get a Nova enchantment instead of using, is it shards? Patch notes are kind of like my sex life. Exciting. These are exciting to me. I love me some patch notes. Okay, so the spark projectile speed helmet enchantments and ethereal knives pierce helmet enchantments have been removed. We don't care that much. Frost blades have been changed. Looks like frost blades has been bumped up a little bit, so that's pretty cool by 10%. Scaling up 225 at level 20, previously 175. So they buff frost blades. That's juicy. But it doesn't have any increased projectile speed anymore. And quality on frost blades no longer provide increased damage. So they put the damage in the base instead. So frost blades, probably kind of a moot. Probably not a nerf or a buff. Just kind of like swapping it around a little bit. Quality on divergent summon skeletons now provides +0 to 1 seconds cooldown. I wonder, is this? I don't know if I have any ward loopers in here. What does this mean for ward loop? I think this is a good thing, right? I think this is a buff, but I can't be. I think it's a buff specifically to ward loop. I wish DJ was here so I could ask him. He'd probably know a little bit more. Anyway, Spirit Guard, unique jewel, now has with at least 40 dexterity and radius, animate weapon, animate up to 20 ranged weapons versus the previous 12. Wow, that's huge. That's actually almost double damage, right? That's +8 ranged weapons. That's awesome. Pure Talent, unique jewel, now provides melee skills, have 25% increased area of effect, previously 15. Oh, a bit of a bump there too. Added 2 prefix modifiers that can roll on jewels, and it's increased. Oh wow, we got our mana res 2 to 3%, and 6 to 10% increased flask effect duration. That's juicy. That's super juicy. That's great, man. I think unique jewels are gonna be good. We're gonna skip through this for right now. And I know that there's a couple changes to the quest. You no longer get a unique jewel. You get a rare jewel instead. I've read it on Reddit. Everybody's like worried that there's gonna be really shitty jewels, and they probably are. They probably are. I at this point, I think we as a community just have to accept that we will never make rare items good again. They'll never be great. They'll never be great. You have to craft in this game if you want good items. The thought of you picking up 6 T1s on the ground for a rare item, it's just never going to happen. It's going to happen just as much as I'm going to drop a mirror tonight after I'm done streaming, Like, it's just not going to happen. All right, anyway, moving on. So they're just not giving us a quest reward. All right, cool. This is where I care about, curses. I'm going to go heavy into curses. We're bringing in an occultist. I was thinking about doing a trickster. I'm not sure about that yet. I think I want to do toxic rain. My goal is I want to freeze everything on the screen. I want to temp chains, toxic rain, and aspect of the spider, everything. I want to slow everything on the field, and I want to curse it as much as I can. That's my goal. Long-winded starts interesting, but tapers off and ultimately gets boring. And it does get boring, and that's why I don't want to sit here and read this word for word for word. I want to skim over. I want to answer questions. I want to talk about the league. I want to discuss about, like, hey, we're gonna be on YouTube streaming this starting on Monday. I'm gonna spend all weekend doing like thumbnails and getting stream notifications ready and all of that. So if you're not subbed over on Unjack Gaming, that's cool. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm going to stream it on Twitch as well. I'm going to be doing it in the morning on YouTube and like night on Twitch. So please forgive me. But I ultimately, I really don't have much of a choice the way that this is set up. All right, anyway. Currently, Hex builds are at the weakest against Pinnacle bosses, and they're strongest against regular mobs. I'm going to paraphrase this. I've already read this. So they're taking away all the curse penalties from Pinnacle bosses. I'm excited about this. Right here, Pinnacle bosses, map bosses, incursion architects, betrayal targets, breach lords, and others no longer have 33% or 66% less effective curses on them, respectively. So finally, curses actually have a shot at being very strong this league, and I really am excited about that. They've done a lot. They've done away with the Doom mechanic. They've reworked all of the curses as much as possible. Changing numerical values, removing curse effect from the tree, removing it from the ascendancy of occultist. I think this will still feel really good. So I think anybody playing Bane or any kind of like curse-based ascendancy or build, whatever, I think this is really good. And honestly, I think this elevates a curse bot and why you should have one. So if you like playing curse bot like I do, I really think you should definitely go check this out. And if you haven't seen my video on curse bot, it'll be in the description when this video goes over to YouTube. But it'll also go see it. It's worth it. I think it's probably one of the best videos I have. But nobody likes playing curses, so nobody's looking at it. All right. Anyway, you can go through these numbers your own, and nobody's gonna remember all this, so I can read all this. Just know that everything has been like changed from gems to gear, and like so all the nodes have been like numerically changed. One thing that I'm excited about though is the helm, veil helm, that gives +1 to curse gems, and now +2. So they've given us a lot of ways to level up our curses instead of just making more curse effect. Honestly, I think you get more out of like, a level 30 temp chains than like a level 24 with like 30% curse effectiveness. I don't know. I don't know how the math plays out, right? Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to get too lost in the curses. I just overall, I think the curse thing is a good thing. I think this allows curse bots to be better support agents for like group play. I think you have more reason to invest in these things and not just an aura bot. I don't know. Every group is going to have like their own thought process on that. So, obviously you'll have to go through yours. So again, I don't want to read each and every one of these numerical changes. Check out the patch notes, get into here. I just want to kind of comment on the whole curse rework anyway. I've seen a lot of talk and a lot of assumptions on Reddit, and I just want to address it real quick. Hex Blast is not a skill that I've really I've never done a Hex Blast build, so I don't want to comment on this, but it doesn't have any Doom related to it. I don't really have examples for Hex Blast because I've never used it. Maybe one day I'll do a league build for this time with Hex Blast. I literally have no experience. So it looks like they've doubled the damage from impending Doom support. Yeah, so it looks like there's been a lot of buffs here in the curse realm. This is the one. I'll read this specifics. The Heretic's Veil unique helmet now has +2 level of socketed curse gems, previously just 1. Socketed curse gems have 30% increased preservation efficiency, previously 20. It's going to allow us to maybe socket in a couple more curses. So I really think a juiced up curse bot could be so effective for defense in a big group. I'm usually a drama queen about this, so I'm probably embellishing a little bit. I still think it's exciting though. So I know one thing that I'm going to look for immediately is basically a perfectly rolled Heretic's Veil. Like this is definitely something I want on my character by like day 1 or 2. So no brainer for me at least. All right. Cosprey's Will unique body armor now has increased evasion by quite a bit. It looks like up about 30-40%. Always poison on hit against cursed enemies, previously at 60%. I got lost because wasn't any numbers. So instead of just having a 60% chance to poison on hit, it's just always. It's 100%. You're guaranteed to always. Oh, actually makes Cosprey's Will. Damn. That actually is juicy. What's the use case scenario here? Would it make sense for like a spider build? What do spider builds use? Like a shav or something? But anyway, I think maybe like a spider build, right? So you always poison. I think they always poison anyway, so maybe that's not a good use case. Yelfban's Trickery unique helm no longer has 20% chance to curse non-curse enemies with a random hex on hit. New versions of this unique now have cursed enemies which hit you with a random hex, ignoring curse limit. Oof, that's not good at all. Felbog Fang amulet now causes enemies cursed by you to be hindered with 30% reduced movement speed if 25% of curse durations. Okay, that's pretty complicated. So I don't know. I don't really use these. They'll be interesting to try out. I'm sure we'll give them a whirl for our build. So yeah, I think curses just overall, I think it's gonna be great. There's a lot of like different hexes. Um, yo, what's up, Vax? How you doing, man? Been doing the chat. No, we've just been hanging out. We've been I've been talking about Path of Exile and all the changes coming up. So if you guys just coming in, hi, welcome. Or we're just talking. I'm only gonna stream for a little bit longer. How long have we been streaming? Yeah, this was only meant to be like, I don't know, like an hour long, but I guess not. Mute, slowed, follower only, shield mode. Oh, because I opened up OBS and said, do you want to turn on shield mode? And I clicked yes, because I didn't know what it was. And then it like fired up all those things. And I was like, oh, I got to turn all those off. Yeah, that's what happened. So much. All right, we're stabilizing. I'll read this one. So here's a problem. Different hex types are not evenly balanced when applied via hex on hit modifiers. Some hexes, like vulnerability and despair, are much more powerful than others, which is true. It's because hex on hit modifiers apply a hex equivalent to level 1 version of the hex skill gem. Some hexes are stronger at level 1 relative to their level 20 power because they scale in more gradual way gem level. So they're saying hex on hit is too powerful. So to take care of that, they just went ahead and just changed all the numerical values. I assume these are all nerfs because that's what they're saying. That we've leveled, we've balanced these. So yeah, they've fine-tuned all the curses. I think it's gonna be fine. Again, I think the changes that they made at the higher level are gonna balance out all the changes at the lower level. So please don't get too excited about this. I honestly don't think a lot of these curse changes are going to be good. And to prove that, I'm going to league start curses. And we're going to check it out to be. So, doing homework since 4 o'clock. Oh, sounds gross, man. You're not even done? Oh, so bad. So bad. I hope that goes well, though. All right, another problem. They feel that there's currently too many sources of curse effect available. And that's true. There's quite a bit. You can get quite a bit of curse effectiveness. Create a large power gap between players that have no investment in curses. Well, that's silly. Well, why would you run curses and not invest in it? All right. Well, unless you don't understand curses, I guess. All right. Let's see what their solution is. We are regulating the number of sources of curse effect throughout the game. So also rein in the power of players building curse support characters. Oh, you bastards. It's like they're watching my streams. Stop watching my streams. My curse bot is mine. No, I'm super excited for 3.20. I think this is gonna be great, man. I'm excited about the mechanic. I'm excited about the changes that they've announced. I think this is gonna be awesome. I really do. Okay, so these changes have been focused on less accessible sources of curse effect, such as Eldritch implicits on helmets, rather than accessible sources like the passive skill tree. Curse effect notables on cluster jewels that replace other appropriate ones. For example, this is gonna make me cry. For example, the one that used to grant flammability effect now allows your flammability hex to apply to hexproof enemies. Also causes your ignites. Curse enemies to deal. Wait, does that mean I don't need? That mean I don't need to be an occultist to run? Well, that's interesting. If it means what I think it means. No, I do not think they're ruining the game. For anybody that's wondering, I think this is going to be a really, really good rollout. Let me see how much more we got. Still a lot. Well, we're not going to get into a lot of these like fixed bugs and stuff. So we're almost done. Where if you're wondering if we're done, we are literally almost done. Let me figure out where we were. Okay, we're doing curses. I think we're done with curses, right? Did we finish them? Hex Blast, Doom Blast. We've already covered the unique changes. Hex Balancing. I think they're all good. Wait, which one's this one? Hemp Chains has now a base duration of 5 seconds in gem level 1. Up 8 previously. Oh wow, so temp change has been boosted. I think curses are gonna be great. So if you're thinking about doing a cultist or any kind of curse base, yeah, do it. The main advantage I get to play, yeah, I'm super excited for a lot of people being able to play this. When are we getting 4.20 updates? Not soon enough, my friend. I can tell you that much. All right, let's talk about the changes here. Is there anything that stands out? Let me just look at this real quick. So you can get, in fact, it now has value 10. So they've lowered effective curses for Bane. Can't get it. Oh wow, you can't even get that Bane enchantment in Merciless anymore. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. Okay. Increase effect to specific hex. Values 10%. So they've nerfed down the enchantments by 5%, or even half, because this one's 30%, but now it's 15. That's rough. So you can go through and see what kind of adjustments they made. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that like really stands out. But it just looks like they toned down the curse effectiveness. I wish I knew like what's the most you could get. Is it like 50% now? Because it used to be like 100%. So hard to tell. I don't know. Are you gonna make a 3.20 explained, or are bigger YouTubers doing that? I don't really like making those type of videos because they come and go so quick. Like it's only gonna be relevant for like the next 24 to 48 hours. So I don't like making those kind of videos. But I am, tomorrow night, I'm going to move this VOD over to YouTube in its entirety. And then people can just go through the whole thing if they choose to. But I don't want to expend the editing. I don't make videos like that. I'll let Kobe and Palstron and all the other streamers, I'll let them make their patch note overview videos if they want. I just don't have the time for it. They do, though, I'm sure. Okay, increased effect of your curses can't be can't be rolled on Abyss Jewels. That's sad. That's so sad. But yeah, it just looks like all the numbers are just down. The following curse cluster jewels, jewel notables have been reworked. Lord of Drought. These are important for us, so I do want to look over these real quick. Lord of Drought. All right, so these are your different curses if you're a curse bot like me. All right, actually, can we just take a look at that real quick? Hold on 1 second. I would like to see actually what I'm running right now. So let's go ahead and take off. There we go. We're in the game now. Hi, we're in the game. Let's zoom out here and then let's look at this. So what am I using for clusters? Oh, actually, I've opted not to use any of those notables. We've just gone after the mana res itself. And then just, yeah, all we didn't even use any of those clusters at all. So actually for us as a curse bot, this may actually not affect us. So that's decent, if that's the case. I just want to look at my character and just kind of double check that. New League is about to send you flying. Oh my goodness. I'm very excited about this. I think it's going to be a great time. I'm also hoping that maybe I meet some new, audience members as well. I'm hoping we grow the community. I think the most important thing that we do is I hope we have a really good time together. Over the next 90 days, well, after League start, I think it's going to be really good. One hit, and just to demonstrate your channel to your insanely expanded audience, and boom. Yeah, I would love that, man. Honestly, like I'm gonna make a lot of videos this league too, because I want to do some build guides. I want to do some strat guides. So I think this month we will get partnered on YouTube. I really do think that. So all right, I'm not gonna look at these because I don't even use these. I guess you could use them if you want, like if you have like a one-time use case or something like that. So you can read through that if you want. But ultimately, curse has been toned down a little bit in some cases and then buffed in others. So you can go through this again. I don't want to read this in its entirety. Okay, so let's go over endgame unique weapons real quick. At Xeres, At Zeri's disfavor, which is a juicy axe. All right, some builds really maximize this. No longer has +2 level of socketed support gems. It now has huge physical damage on it instead. That's crazy. They've almost like doubled the base physical damage on that. +10 to weapon range. Before it used to be +2. That's huge. Wow. That's actually gonna be a really strong weapon this time. Dino's kitchen knife. There's one that nobody uses. No longer has 30% increased damage over time. Now adds a lot of physical base damage, flat damage. Looks like almost double of what it used to. Bloodseeker unique claw had its percent increased physical damage ramped up by quite a bit, and then adds flat, doubled the flat physical damage. So that looks really good. A lot of these uniques are going to be reimagined in a lot of new builds. I think this is going to help maybe the crafting meta, maybe the build meta a little bit. I know a lot of people are gonna, miss some of their like old favorites over the past like 3 or 4 leagues, but I think this overall, these might give us a chance to take one of these unique weapons and maybe build something around it. That would be interesting. Again, let me see if there's anything that really like sticks out, like Kingmaker. So Kingmaker, we don't care because we don't use it as a weapon. We use it as like an aura bot kind of thing. I don't know if this change matters. Maybe. I need to like build with it, I guess, to really see. Okay. Ionized glare. Wow, doubled its increase. So it just looks like they took a lot of these and made them like much stronger. That's exciting. Mitigating monster life regen. Let me see what this one. So introduce some new sources to mitigate monster life regen. 60% increased life recovery from flasks used on low life is now found on the base of Soul of Rislatha Pantheon. Oh, that's cool. That's actually pretty cool. So a little bit of Pantheon fixes. I like that. Who is Sir Bildo? Ooh, Sir Bildo is Sir Bildo is my oldest son. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I call the man son. Okay. Strike skills and additional enemies. This is kind of exciting too, because I really feel like for the first time, melee may have gotten some love. Like melee may have actually been buffed. That explains. Imagine how that must feel. Feels great. They're all admins. Maxon, they're all admins. Yeah, if you're not aware, they all are. You may not know who is who, but they all are. All right. I'm not going to go into this part of the melee. Pious Path. Oh my god, let's talk about this. Hold on. Strength skills, additional enemies. Okay, I want to talk about Pious Path. This is one of the most taken ascendancy nodes for Inquisitor. So if you're not familiar with that, I mean, if you are, you know this then. Right? So, is just a mod. Oh, well, elsewhere. All right, anyway. So the recovery provided by Consecrated Ground you create causes life regen. You also recover energy shield for you and allies. It's so good. This node is so good. So what'd they do? The Inquisitor's Pious Path Ascendancy passive skill no longer provides 50% increased effect of Consecrated Ground. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that, because the juiciness of that is the life regen and the energy shield regen for you and allies. To me, that's like nobody's really taking it for the 50% increase. I mean, maybe, but I think the juicy part is life and energy shield regen at the same time. It's too good. Has your wife joined your Discord? No. She has nothing to do. Anything that I do, probably best for her. So it looks like they've nerfed Spectral Helix and Lightning Conduit. So they've lowered the damage of these two skills. Is it that much? Let me see. 100% effective. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so they've gutted Spectral Helix and Lightning Conduit. So Lightning Conduit looks like it's got an increase. Wait, is currently overperforming. Okay. Oh, we've changed the number of additional projectiles fired. Okay, that's a little bit of a nerf to Lightning Strike then. Okay. Generic life recovery. So I don't want to go through unless there's anything specific for the skill. Like if there's a certain skill or something that you want me to go over, I will. Or if there's something that I plan on playing, and I need to dive in deeper, I'll just talk about that. All right, we're almost done, so everybody's aware. We are literally just about done. So, Withering Step, Elusive. Reuse while already. Oh, so you can't do Withering Step and Elusive together? Oh, if you have it. Oh, I see it. You can have them together, but you have to do it outside of Withering Step. Okay, that's kind of interesting. This one. These are what I want to talk about. Let's talk about Tainted Orbs of Fusing. We all know how easy it is to 6-link. Imagine me getting drops for a game I don't play. Hey, yet. All right? You should end that. Hold on. I'm going to end that for you right there. Just like that. All right. When reintroducing tainted currency items, the chances for different outcomes or rebalance to be appropriate for the core games. The new odds for tainted orbs of fusing made it hard to justify just using one on your gear, as it could become an expensive venture. True. Solution: we've changed the outcome odds for tainted orbs of fusing to be more favorable to match where they were in Scourge League, which is excellent. That was about a 4 to 6 orb chance to get the 6-link. So when you use your crafting bench, you simply take a corrupted chest piece, for example, right? You can use, if it's not 6-socketed already, you just 6-socket it up with armor, or with tainted armor orbs, and then you go to the bench, you use 5 Val orbs, 5 fusings, you get the 4-link until the top is 4-linked, the bottom 2 are 2-linked, and you hit it with tainted fusings till it links 6. That's the way to do it. No, not yet. I don't play it. That's what they all say, man. That's what literally they all say that. And the next you know, they're installing Path of Exile on their mom's computer or something and making her an account to just check and see how her build's coming along. And then, yeah, it's just a slow progression into, oh my God, all right, I play PoE, fine. All right, Fracturing Orb. I'm really excited about this. I think this is cool. All right, so due to the changes to Exalted and Divine Orbs in 3.19, Harbingers felt relatively unrewarding to farm. Exalted Shards presented a significant portion of the value from the rewards. It's true. After they made the switch, nobody did Harbingers anymore. For what? You know, maybe for Ancient Orbs, but, I mean, who's really doing that, right? So this right here made Harbinger useless by introducing Fracture Orb and Shards, and they removed the Harvest Craft that fractures a random. So any crafter is going to be snatching these Fractured Orbs up left and right. So again, if you want to farm Harbinger, go hard, see how many Fractured Orbs you can make and sell. I think it's gonna be amazing. And if you're really good at crafting, go get your own Fracturing Orbs and go craft with them. You have so much fun. All right, let's cover Cirrus Arena real quick. It's hard to tell where the edge of Cirrus Arena is. Yeah, the little. I'm assuming they're talking about the little red circle. I always accidentally go out of that stupid red circle. I don't know why. I just do, and because it's so much on the ground, you can't see it. Okay, so they've changed these visuals so you can still tell where the edge of the arena is after de-atomization storm has passed over the decorations. All right, well, that's good. Happy about that. Corrosive hunger. Okay, so they reduced corrosive hunger for the infinite hunger boss fight. Bestiary party play. This is probably going to be pretty important. Bestiary and party play currently awards a beast to every player when capturing beasts. Yeah, that's true. Causing party play to be the best way to capture specific. Yeah, and that's true too. That is true, right? It is the best way. Solution: additional captures of a beast when playing in a party are now rolled on a per player basis, with the chance being tied to the quantity bonus granted for playing in a party. The owner of the instance is still guaranteed to receive the captured beast. So it sounds like you're not guaranteed, but it is a possibility. All right, let's talk about Carrick's complete the map mission. Too generous of the unique maps offered, you bastards. All right, so we're not going to get as many unique maps. We'll still get plenty, don't worry. And for anybody that doesn't know Little Irish, he has plenty of luck. By the way, if you don't know Little Irish, you should. Matter of fact, we'll probably be playing a lot together. If you, I don't have the link. Wait, do I? Hold on 1 second. Do I have his link? Because if you're following me and you're not following him, what are you doing, right? I don't have it built in. All right. Anyway, you can go to Little Irish I Am on YouTube, and you can follow him over there, and you can also follow him on Twitch. Right? I'm pretty sure he's gonna be playing right along with me. We'll see about that. All right. Memory lines. Yeah, they got juicy too. I like that. The memories. We'll get into that as we start playing. I don't think that's as important to talk about. Okay, monster balance. I'm not gonna go through this. Carrick League mods. All right, these are the last things I'm going to cover, and then we're going to wrap up, okay? So, Carrick League mods. We're getting Fortune Favors the Brave, of course, Anarchy, Domination, Breach, Beyond, Harbinger, Delirium, and Ritual. You'll notice there is no Blight and all that other stuff. So, yeah, if you turn that off, Gary, so for any mods and admins that aren't familiar with Shield mode, it enables follower only and stuff. Yeah, hi, Commander Gary. You'll want to turn it off, though. I did the same thing. I don't mind you guys checking it out or anything. I don't care. No, it's fine. It's brand new. It just came out, so I do want everybody to at least notice it, check it out. I'm not going to run it, though. Or at least I don't want to run it with follower only. I don't care about slow mode, though. I'm excited about the map device. I think it's going to be fine. I'm on the fence about farming Ritual. I'm going to try to farm everything before the end of the league, though. We'll see. All right, quest changes. I'm not going to go through quest changes. I really don't care quest changes. I'm just going to... we're going to blow through the acts anyway. User interface. Oh, now you can right-click on Divine Vessels and use them. That's cool. You can also right-click on any of the Chronicle of Adzoatl. And you can see the actual build of the temple. That's pretty cool. There is 10 new bestiary recipes, super juicy. Re-rolling awakened gems, re-rolling. I don't know. There's a lot. I cannot wait to dive in for all this. They've added fracturing orb and shards to the currency stash tabs. I know that they made upgrade buttons to the frag stash tab. Improve this scroll speed in the friends and guilds section of the social panel. Thank you. I can scroll back and forth faster to see that nobody's on. They've fixed a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna go through any of those. You guys can go through that at your own leisure, of course. The Vile Power Divination card has been re-enabled. That's cool. The new div card now awards a Doom Fletch. Very cool. I like this. I hope you guys like this too. I honestly, I really hope that everybody's excited for this. I do. We have 7 days, 16 hours, and 43 minutes before we get started. Starting on Monday, we're going to start talking about possible builds. We'll be playing PoE a little bit. I'll be live streaming over on YouTube with the exception of potentially Tuesday. Tuesday is the only day that I may not. And as a reminder, for league start, I always start about an hour or so before league start itself. I do not stream the morning of league start. I hope that you guys will join me. I'm not a speed runner. I do take breaks between acts if I need to. I do try to get through the acts relatively quick. I'd like to be through them by 8 hours or so. That's fairly fast. I have some spots open, so if you want to learn PoE, if you'd like to run with me, I will be streaming it. We'll be doing league start streaming and most of the streaming on YouTube. I'm hoping that I can build an audience over there because I can't seem to do it on Twitch. So we're going to go over there and we're going to establish ourselves and make some content over there. This is a league that I'm hoping to play the entire 3 months. And I hope that you'll come along with me. I hope that you'll consider hanging out for the lives, checking out videos as I make them and release them, and even joining the Discord and talking with us there. I am considering making a very unique PoE Discord that's very specific to PoE, in addition to the Unjacked Discord. I don't want the Unjacked Discord to feel like it's only PoE, but PoE is a game that I know so well that we can have really deep-rooted discussions. But I'm on the fence about that because I already know that there's plenty of those Discords out there that exist. So I don't know if we need that. If we do, we'll cross that bridge as we get through this league. So on that note, is there a small PoE streamer that's streaming? Maybe is there anybody small? I don't have a ton of people here, but I wouldn't mind, like, I don't know, rating somebody. Hold on one second. Let me just take a look and see what we got going on. Cute dog, 3.4K. That's great, man. Most people aren't going to be watching me. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm not even going to raid. How about that? We're just going to say goodbye. No idea what to play. Well, we're going to be discussing that next week into detail. I am going to be doing an occultist. It's either a trickster or an occultist. I could always change my mind. You guys can change my mind next week. We are going to do some PoB warring. We're going to do a lot of different things. So I want to say thank you for spending your time with me. I know you could be with any other streamer. You could be getting all these notes and everything over there, but you chose to do it here. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. I do want to send you guys out on our normal note. You know exactly what I'm talking about too. Probably thought I wasn't going to do it. Probably thought you were going to get away with not hearing it.
All right.
But I want some gators.
Edible just
I want some gators.
I just need people to hear me. This edible,
and I hope that I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
I need to pee.
We're going to be playing some Played Up.
I gotta pee real quick.
Somewhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Twitch.
I got
right
room
here.
for 2. I gotta pee.
So if you want to see some of that, I can't wait to see you. We're going to have a great Friday.
The next round,
I'm super excited for it. Guys, gals, thank you. If you missed this and you need to see this later, it will be posted on YouTube in full on the Unjacked archives tomorrow evening. I hope you guys have a great night, a great day, wherever you are.
It's hard.
And I can't wait for league start. Bye, everybody. Good night. Good night.
This is the worst.